My son and I came out to the desert east of San Diego to see which overland rig is better. Toyota Tacoma or the legendary Lexus IS300 rally car.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures with Aaron of Aaron's
Adventures in Tinkering.
I don't know where he came up with that idea. Anyway, he has this Toyota Tacoma that he picked up a while ago, and now we're always joking, you know, that I take this gambler Lexus out here. So we're going to do a little shootout. Of course, since it's my video, I can bias it however I want. But we got started a little late today. That's okay. You know, the sun's going down. So I think the first thing we're going to do is see the ease of setup. Beautiful sunset. There's Banjo, the Wonder Dog. But he has a rooftop tent. So, you know, this is maybe actually like legit overlanding rig. Kind of. And I have a rooftop bed frame that I found on the street and modified to fit on the top of my car. But I have a tent, just a regular tent. So I think what we'll do is I'll try to set up the camera and we'll do a time lapse and see how quickly they set up. We actually timed yours the other day. It was like under 5 minutes.
5.
So, and that was taking his time, not rushing, and I don't think rushing is gonna make a difference. And what I'll do is I have my box with my tent in it sitting right here. So maybe I'll just take the tent out so I can use the box as a stand, move the camera back, and we'll time lapse this thing. Okay, the young man says he's set up, and I have the tent mostly set up, except I didn't stake it down. But so like the times are pretty close. Like, give me another minute, I could have the stakes in. But the big difference is that he already has a mattress in here, and he could probably put a blanket in there.
Yep.
Maybe a small pillow. Might pack down with all that in there. So you'd be almost ready to jump in bed. I mean, in the minute it'll take me to stake my tent down, he could put his sleeping bag or sheet and blanket in there and a pillow and basically be ready to go. Whereas I still have to stake this down, blow up my air mattress, get out my sleeping bag, get out my pillow. So, I mean, that's pretty quick. It's not instant, like some people say, but pretty quick. All right, I'm gonna finish up and then we're gonna get our stuff out here and get going on a campfire and drinking some cold beverages. That was a pretty nice night. It was a bit warm, but here's a time where the ground tent has an advantage. Is if we're gonna say camp here for the entire weekend, we can just leave. I can just leave camp set up. I'm ready to go off-roading, and he has to take his camp down, pack it all up, take it with him all the time. So a big part of why I love this car is because, you know, you're really not supposed to be doing this kind of stuff in a four-door sedan, but here we are just doing it. So I don't know, I think that's got to be half a dozen extra points for the IS300 in this competition if I didn't just destroy it by hitting that bump so hard. Woo-wee! Now we just did our first off-road session, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 miles. And what do you think of the off-road capability of the Lexus so far? From you were second behind me, so what do you think?
Very nice.
It got here, and there was a lot of different things. We had big bumps and hard packed and sand. It went through it. The Toyota, it did, of course, obviously did good, but he's got a lot more stuff in here, and he has a dog that's not feeling well. So I'm not going to say that my car is faster. Obviously, it's a car, but it made it here through all that stuff over there. And so far, so good. Actually, I kind of thought I was going to get stuck when we first turned in.
I saw that. Yeah, I was like,
turned
oh,
in, it was
what do you
really
mean?
deep sand, and I turned a little too slow, and I was like, uh-oh. But it kept moving. So far so good. We're going to continue on up the trail this way. It goes through some kind of like S-turn stuff. It's kind of fun. And then I think we're going to try to go up to the north part of the park here. There's a 4x4 off-road area where this car will not do any of it, but maybe he could play a little bit with his truck. This is so cool. Rolling through here, this little mini Grand Canyon type thing here, slot canyon. We got sand, bumps. The car's doing it. So far, so good. Ooh, look at that. What do we got up there? Oh, just a crow. Looks like you got a lizard or something. That's pretty cool. Man, there's so much sand you can't even read the signs here for the trail. I haven't been down this trail in a while, but I don't remember all this sand, so it's pretty wild. Constantly changing. All right, now we got to get down to some points here. So, how much money do you think you got invested in this Tacoma?
I don't want to say.
But I'd say probably well over $25,000. This car, probably $1,500. Point Lexus.
My wheels and tires are worth more than your car.
Oh, they cost more, yeah. All right, how many check engine lights do you have? Oh,
0.
I got one. Point Tacoma. Let's see. Oh, what's your like average MPG? Realistic average MPG?
16?
Yeah, about the same. There's a tie. Ground clearance, if we measured, yeah, it looks like you win. What else do we got? Oh, how many wheel drive do you got?
4 wheels, baby.
2-wheel drive. So mine's twice as good.
What?
I'm getting the same place you are with half the amount of wheels driving.
We gotta go.
So that means it's twice as good.
We gotta go somewhere better then.
Yes. Yeah. So it's really just kind of silly, but in the end, a lot of people, what they say is overlanding. It's just car camping, and you know, a 4-door sedan's not really the way to go. But you could get any kind of unibody type SUV, like a CRV or a RAV4. I don't know what all of them are, but something like that with some aggressive tires. It'll go everywhere out here, or most everywhere. I mean, honestly, even if I had a more capable off-road vehicle, there's some stuff I'm just not going to do. I'm not going to climb up these steep hills, and rock crawling doesn't really interest me. I mean, I understand it, but it's just not my thing. So just getting down in the dirt somewhere and then not being afraid of getting stuck it's a big deal. So you don't need a fully kitted out rig like this. This isn't really even fully kitted out, but it's pretty well done. But we're gonna go play around some more. We're having a good time, even banjo. So now we're in the 4x4 off-road training area. Lots of little obstacles and stuff. And Aaron, he hasn't really hardcore off-roaded his truck, just basically similar stuff to what we're doing here. So he's just interested to see what he can do. So he took a picture of my car. I'll put it on there. I went on that side. It looks steeper. I should have did this side. You can bring it over this way a little. Well, you're fine. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, you're good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You're all 4 wheels are on the ground. Oh, there you go. You lost it right there. I think that other side is steeper. You set me up for failure. a Lexus can do this, huh?
Oh yeah, Lexus.
I'm gonna jump in the passenger seat, and then I got to get the Lexus up here. All right, we're on the culverts here. He's never done anything like this. Oh man, how you feeling in there, son?
A little sketchy.
You're not too sketchy at all.
My rear's dragging a little bit.
Yeah, the receiver hitch is dragging. It's just the receiver.
Send it.
ABS is the devil out here. This thing is ridiculous. Super steep on this side, and then the other side is even steeper. But I've seen videos of guys doing this thing. If you see how tall these things are, there's 3 of them. I'm standing next to it here. This is eye level right here. Crazy. All right, so I've been joking that the Lexus is going lots of places where his Tacoma can go, but there's some things that I just ain't gonna be able to do. So this is one of them here. And we got radios. You're doing great, keep going. Receiver hitch. And the dog's in there with him. I imagine his dog's having a good time. Nice.
It doesn't.
We're heading up towards the Colorado River right now. Kind of a nice little trail. So we ended up at the Colorado River at Picacho State Park, kind of on the border of California and Arizona, like I said, the Colorado River. And I wasn't planning to camp another night, but this is part of the deal with overlanding, or whatever you want to call it, you know. I think overlanding is kind of a new yuppie term. It's just camping out of your vehicle and having a good time. And we had such a good time that I'm like, well, I am going to change my whole plans up and camp for another night. Yeah, and anytime that you can go out and do this with a friend or family or whatever, that makes it better too. You get to do some real off-roading in your Toyota that you never get to do, and I got to do more off-roading in my Lexus that I would have not done if I hadn't had a four-wheel drive vehicle to go along with me. So I know it's kind of made this as a shootout against the two vehicles, but there's only two winners here, and that's both of us. And that's anyone who wants to just go out and have fun with any sort of vehicle. It doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to be giant lifted 4x4. You can get to all kinds of places with just about anything, and the key is to have fun. And if you have a nice looking Toyota, ain't nothing wrong with that either, or a cool dog, Banjo. All right, so if you're liking my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. And if you are not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your overlanding adventure. Adios.